Alright, so I've played Simic Flash earlier on the channel, and I found another brew. This one is Bant Flash, so we're adding white here, and this gives us access to some powerful removal and quite a number of cool things that we can do at instant speed. So, let's go over the core of the deck in Simic first of all. Nightpack Ambusher, absolute powerhouse of a flash card. This thing is single-handedly the core of the Simic Flash deck now. Growth Spiral at the front end as a ramp spell. This thing is just always amazing. Make Disappear, a very versatile counter spell. Starts off pretty cheap in the beginning of the game, but if you get creatures down onto the battlefield, such as with the Nightpack Ambusher triggers, you're going to be able to double the effectiveness of the spell. There's also Rewind, an absolute banger as well, that can be used in a lot of different ways. Basically, since we are playing with Flash, this kind of time walks us against our opponent, where if we have 4 mana, we can essentially just play 2 turns worth of spells. So we can rewind their turn 4 play into playing our Nightpack Ambusher, which is maybe the greatest feeling in the world. Then also we have Brazen Borrowers, just a way to bounce your opponent's stuff and deploy a flying body to the board. And so now let's look at what we get with white. The main tech of this deck is Spell Queller. It is a 3-mana Flash Spirit that exiles a spell with CMC 4 or less. And then when this thing leaves the battlefield, its owner gets to recast it if they want to. So this is in this deck with the expectation that we're going to kill our opponent before Spell Queller dies and they get to recast their spell. And yeah, so we want to make sure that we keep this alive as much as possible. Keeping things like our Make Disappears around, Archangel Avacyn that we have as a 1-of in this deck. She is basically here as protection. She's a flying vigilant 4/4, but her real utility is that our things gain indestructible when she enters the battlefield. We also have the Wandering Emperor. This thing's a pretty good card because it can just exile something and give us a little bit of life whenever we need it. Plus, she gives us incidental value every turn, since generally we can't activate any, or we can't cast any spells on our turn in order to keep Nightpack Ambusher triggering. So we've covered these 3 cards. Now, kind of at the bottom for our cheap stuff, we run 3 copies of Mana Tithe, which, like Make Disappear, can be useful. You could consider running Snapcaster Mage instead of Mana Tithe. Snapping a Make Disappear is extremely strong in addition to any one of these other spells, so you could definitely drop these for Snapcasters. I do want to try the Mana Tithe because I never get to play this card, and I spent the wild cards to make these stupid things, so might as well use them from time to time. We also have a 1-of Fragment Reality. I often see this one used as a 4-of because it's generally pretty strong, and for 1 mana, it's not too bad. Basically, this is kind of hoping that your opponent doesn't play anything super big, otherwise you might be helping them out. But essentially, you can exile an artifact, creature, or enchantment, and then they get a random card with lesser CMC from their library onto the battlefield. So as long as there's not some combo piece that they have in their deck, you're generally not giving your opponent something that good for this. And if you are taking a combo piece, then it feels very good because maybe you just give them back some crappy Mana Dork or something. And then finally, it's Fateful Absence, the Planeswalker killer, the creature killer. It's just a good card. If we're going to be in Bant, might as well play this thing. So we have it all. We have threats, we have removal, and we have aspects of tempo in this deck. All the lands in here are untapped sources, a couple shocklands, couple plains. The only thing is we have Fabled Passages, which are not always untapped, and then we do have Forest Mars Headquarters as our only untapped lands. So, mostly untapped lands, all flash spells. What could go wrong? This is Bant Flash. Let's get in there and play some games. Here we go. Alright, we have our round 1 here, and we do have a Nightpack Ambusher in our opening hand. Spell Queller is here to play. This is pretty good. So I'm going to Fabled Passage for my white source right away. I'm going to likely need to shock in a Breeding Pool or just play 1 off of curve. So we get our white mana. And let's see if our opponent does anything that scares me. Caves of Coilus, not too scary. I'm gonna tap. I'm gonna breeding pool tapped. Probably I'm gonna do that again next turn. Unless I want to turn on Spell Queller. Because I can Spell Queller and I can Brazen Borrower. Ooh, Priest of Fell Rites, okay. So this is going to be a case where I need to put this in tap. We're going to Fateful Absence their Priest of Fell Rites. And we're going to have to avoid Reanimation. So Mana Tithe, potentially useful on turn 4 because they're going to try to curve out for a discarded... the 5 mana... Oh, Bitter Reunion, sure, that's how they're going to discard something. So they discard Grizzlebrand. This is probably Grizzlebrand and Atraxa. 5 mana, they can get a Priest of Fell Rites back, which is not good. If they bring Grizzlebrand out, I can at least Brazen Borrower him back. So the plan here is always to just Growth Spiral, unless I need to Spell Queller for something. Another Bitter Reunion. That's okay. I imagine they're going to discard the Reanimation spell. No, it's another Grizzlebrand. Okay, so they're going to Priest of Fell Rites me next turn. That's unfortunately not a spell, so Mana Tithe doesn't do anything about it. They're going to Faithless Looting now. Let's see what they drop off. Let's see if Priest of Fell Rites is their only reanimation target, or their only reanimation thing. Okay, so they're going to have to spend their entire next turn activating the ability of Priest of Fell Rites. Unfortunately, that cannot be countered with Mana Tithe, nor can it be Spell Quelled. So that's a bummer. We're going to have to use Brazen Borrower to bounce it. In that case, I'm going to do Growth Spiral first. Wow, another Growth Spiral. Okay. Alright, at least we got our land drop here. This is going to be a case where I just have to hold for the Brazen Borrower. I could even wait till my turn to do it. I can do something like, if they reanimate a Grizzlebrand and attack, I can Wandering Emperor, and then they'll use their life to draw a bunch of cards, but then they'll be low life. I want to just get a Nightpack Ambusher out. There is the Priest of Fell Rites. You got it. Spell Queller doesn't do anything. Borrower doesn't do anything. Growth Spiral doesn't do anything. Alright. So they get to bring that out, and they get to activate it. They're going to take a Grizzlebrand. Okay. So do they decide to activate it? So if I try to bounce it, they're going to activate him. I might as well just hold on and then try to develop my own board, because it doesn't really matter when I do this. Yeah, it's okay. I got to think about how I want to do this. If I Brazen Borrower it now, that means that next turn I can't get my Nightpack Ambusher in. I think actually the correct move is to make them do their draw stuff now. Oh, they don't want to do it. They're worried about their life. Okay. This is good. So we can Mana Tithe something now, and we can Nightpack Ambusher. It's not really worth it being greedy and going for a Growth Spiral plus Ambusher. We've got all the goodies in hand. It's just a question of what our opponent can do here. I'm hoping that it's just a reanimation attempt. Alright, and Burial Rites is cool. Wow, we can actually Mana Tithe this. Who Who expected Mana Tithe to be countering my opponent's biggest play? And we're just going to flash in the Ambusher now. Let's go ahead and swing in for 4. They are dead in a turn. We get to rewind whatever their play is, and it looks like our opponent is just going to be dead. Make a 3/3. They can attempt to hardcast an Atraxa. Bone Shards. Do I feel like spell quelling that? I could rewind. Yeah, I think I'll just rewind. See if they have any more removal. So if they spend more mana to kill the Ambusher anyway, I could still just Wandering Emperor and make a token. Or even Spell Queller. Yeah, if they do something that's Spell Quellerable, oh, it's just barely not enough. Okay. Yeah, Grizzlebrand, kind of annoying. I did not really expect him to be coming back again. Let's Growth Spiral for an answer. Let's get that. Oh my god, I was literally thinking about to make disappear. Unreal. Yeah, we got him. That was the absolute nuts hand and the nuts draw. Amazing. So that was round 1 with our Bant Flash deck. Let's move on to round 2. All right, we got our round 1 here. Sorry, our round 2. Make Disappear Fateful Absence Growth Spiral. I'm gonna try it. Okay. Vehicles have Menace. Oh, what is this deck? Is this a Parhelion Reanimation deck? Well, they're doing something unfair, so Make Disappear might be good. Brazen Borrow also is probably pretty good. I feel somewhat well equipped to handle whatever my opponent is doing. Past turn, we're going to just drop in our Breeding Pool or Hallowed Fountain. Probably, it doesn't matter which one because they both have blue. Oh, that's what this is. Each opponent mills 2 cards, huh? Let's make Disappear that. Can they Spell Pierce me? Oh, no way. Oh, no, it's another Thieves Guild. Okay. Sure. Maybe I just kill the next one. Okay, so this is just rogues, and this is just a cheap rogue. Is that what this is? Okay. This is going to be a tough one for us. We really need that, ooh, if I pay life, I can Growth Spiral into Fateful Absence or Borrower. That's going to involve me taking 2 life. But once I have my 4 mana, then I don't really care too much. I'm going to do it this way. So, Growth Spiral. Do I want to kill Thieves Guild or the Road Captain? I don't know how much we're expecting our opponent to have here. We're going to pass turn first and do this all on their turn. I'm going to Growth Spiral. Get a Breeding Pool. Rewind feels pretty good. We're going to pay 2 life again. I don't know why I didn't put the Fabled Passage. Okay, so that was just a misplay. Ignore that. Here is Fateful Absence. They have nothing at flash speed here. What could they have in their hand? Just mill spells? Okay, a land. And then what are these other 2 cards? Fragment Reality. Oh, hey, that's kind of good against this Nezumi. If I have 5 mana, I can Fragment Rewind. I can actually fragment, rewind, brazen borrower once. Wow. If I play the Fabled Passage. I don't think I'm going to do that, though. So I'm just going to Spar's Headquarters. I don't think I need to cycle it. Pass turn. Okay, so they get to draw a card. Yeah, let's Fragment Reality this. It saves us some life. Get nothing, so that is just a kill that thing unconditionally. Okiba. It's gonna have Summoning Sickness. They got 5 mana here. I wonder if they play any sort of planeswalkers that I need to worry about. It's not smart for me to deploy berries and borrower. I'm going to just remove that. They're going to be able to drain me again, but it's better than taking 2 damage a turn for a few turns. I got to worry about them flashing something in. Into the Story. I guess it could be worse, but this is pretty backbreaking. Let them have that at least. And they are going back up to a full hand. Another borrower. That's at least good. And we have the rewind. I have all the white and green mana that I need, so I'm just going to get more blue. I can double borrower, but it's more likely that I'm going to be using the borrower for its bounce. This you can have, I don't care. Oh, okay, maybe I care when you have 2 of them. Okay, here's a borrower. Do I play a second borrower? They have not really shown me things that need to be bounced. I don't think I can rationalize it. Spar's Headquarters, do I cycle this? I think I do maybe cycle it. I'm gonna attack first. Get all the information I can out of my opponent. We'll see if they deploy a blocker. Zulaport Duelist. Okay, so this is just tiny rogues. With me at 7 life, that's actually a problem. Like, if I can find my stupid wolf, I'm good. And I actually can't really let this resolve. As weird as that is. Oh, do they have Drown in the Lock? Oh, Soaring Thought Thief, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then pass turn. Oh, they don't want to block. Okay. If they attack, I am going to... Yeah, I don't really know what to do about these Okibas. Maybe it's just a cycle Sparas and play the Brazen Borrower as a blocker. Oh, it's Hive of the Eye Tyrant. Non-land permanent A. That makes this a lot harder. I'm gonna cycle now. Oh, Brazen Borrower, that's not it. So we take 3. They'll be able to replay their Soaring Thought Thief even if I bounce it, so that's not really good an option. I'm gonna have to just play this as a spell. And it all comes down to our top deck. It has to specifically be the Nightpack Ambusher, I think. To be honest, I'm not really sure about these last couple of plays. I feel like I've been in a pretty bad spot. These Okiba Beckoner Raid things. Okiba Reckoner Raid has been pretty difficult. I'm fine with them doing that. And yeah, we got to find something here, and that is not it. It's just going to be an attack in and concession from me. Opponent's got it. So I kind of read this as Rogue's Mill, and it was not that. And I should have been definitely a lot more worried about losing those early life points. Oh well, kind of a misread. That will improve with format knowledge, and to be honest, this is kind of a fringe deck, so you can't really foretell everything. Anyway, that was our round 3, was it? No, that was our round 2. Wow, already a long video. Here we go on to round 3. Let's go. All right, got a round 3. Got the Ambusher. We can find our 2 greens. We have Fateful Absence and Wandering Emperor. Okay. Waiting for our opponent to make a decision here. They're still on 7 cards. Maybe they're just not on the keyboard. I don't know. Okay, we finally got our priority. Here we go. After just a little bit of thought. And let's see what our opponent's on. They are on a Luris deck, so everything in their deck is 2 CMC or less if it's a permanent. So maybe we got to watch out for a lot of little guys. Or maybe this is going to be some sort of Auras thing. If I had to guess, it's probably Light Pause Auras. So we're going to have to deal with SRAM and Light Pause. Let's see how right or wrong I am. Blue-white. Okay. We'll show them green-white. Okay. Ooh. Artifacts, huh? So, what do we need to watch out for here? I have been playing a lot of artifact decks lately, so I know that we could be playing against the Machiko's Rain enchantment saga that will buff all their stuff by the amount of artifacts and enchantments. There is Nettle Cyst, all that glitters, bunch of stuff. So we're dealing with a lot of like 2 and 3 CMC things. For that reason, I'm going to hold Fateful Absence so they try to attach something to a creature. Show them our Bant mana. Pass turn. Once we get Night Pack Ambusher out, really only I'm worried about the Vault Scourge. Okay. So they're upping their artifact count with our Darksteel Citadel. Another Mouser. Okay. I think 2 damage is okay to take, is it? Do I absence something right now? I think their deck gets worse, or their deck gets better from here, so I'm going to not do anything. Foundry. I'd like to counter a Foundry, but I can't. Alright, well, we're going to have to watch out for any Ornithopters. Double Foundry. Yikes. Alright. This is something that I can overcome. We're going to go ahead and get double green. It does let our opponent know a little bit what we are on. Alright. Pass it over. So we have Wandering Emperor. I almost want a Wandering Emperor first. Is that crazy? They can double Foundry. They could even just kill something. going to make them worry about Wandering Emperor first. Hold priority here. I think they do get priority first anyway. I'm actually not really sure. If you know the ruling on this, I'm curious to hear what it is. So if I cast my Flash Planeswalker, what player receives priority? Like, am I able to receive am I able to hold priority as I'm the one that casts the spell? Or because they're the active player whose turn it is, do they get priority first? I'm actually not really sure. Either way, I've held full control and I've been able to make my Wandering Emperor selection, so I'm happy. Okay, and so we do get to declare a blocker here. We'll see if they have a combat trick. The answer is no. But they're gonna make they're gonna make Vault Scourge bigger. Got it. Well, I can +1 on this guy, and I will feel pretty good about that. So now they're going to need to spend resources to deal with Wandering Emperor, and then I'm going to surprise them with a Night Pack Ambusher. They're going to make a servo. Couldn't care less. They're going to make 2 servos. I kind of start to care. We're going to wait till they attack. Alright, here's a Night Pack Ambusher. Here I would like to declare blocks. Ah, they're going to bounce my Ambusher. Okay, that's a good use of your Otawara. So we're going to lose Wandering Emperor. We do get to play Night Pack Ambusher again next turn. Oh wait, what am I doing? I want to kill the one that has lifelink. And that has modular. We're going to get a bit of a larger Vault Scourge now. I have been able to keep my life total high throughout all of this. And I will hold up Growth Spiral, make disappear, and Fateful Absence. Sigarda Zeta. Well, I might be in a situation where I just need to fizzle the equipment. This looks like just hammer and artifacts. I can counter a Colossus Hammer, which is nice. So do they flash in a hammer? Stack a servo, sure. Do they hammer? No, they just do damage. So am I given my turn now? Another Vault Scourge. I don't like that, but at least I can get my Ambusher out. Okay, they're gonna get a hammer. I'm gonna kill whatever they put it on. My turn. Well, I'm not gonna attack an 11/11. So we're going to play a top land. I have Rewind and a bunch of other crap. I feel reasonably okay. Okay, so they're going to make a 4/4. That's just okay. Let you attack. So we're going to Fateful Absence this. That resolves. Cool. I will let you kill my Samurai. I'm surprised they wanted to do it that way. I personally would have killed D1 with Vigilance. The wolf that they killed is only a 2/2 in actuality. And now I have the ability to Growth Spiral, look a little deeper. We only have 9 health left, so killing the Vault Scourge is about to become kind of important. Don't really have the ability to pay for that. Alright, swing for 7. They're going to have to start taking damage at some point. They have Foundry to try to do something about it. They're going to try to make a 4/4, sure. Goodbye 4/4. Unfortunately, that means I can't deal with the Vault Scourge in the air. That was kind of a boneheaded attack. Okay. Alright, they're back down to 20 life. We'll be able to deploy a Spell Queller. And unfortunately, this means that I'm not going to get my next wolf. That was unfortunate. So Spell Queller. Well, I don't think I want to spend a rewind. I don't want to give them a 4/4. Alright. Yikes. Big Vault Scourge. At least Spell Queller can block it. And I will only go to a very minuscule life total. And now we are in trouble again. Okay. Well, that's sure a thing that we could have. Wandering Emperor. Exile target tapped creature, gain 2 life. That's why she's in this deck. They cannot sacrifice it through Retrofitter. That's pretty good. So now none of these can attack, unfortunately. Alright, so they can make another 4/4 here. Eventually, I gotta stop casting spells on my turn. I think I could have just waited until, like, now, essentially, when they attacked. In order to play my Wandering Emperor. So that was actually a mistake. Should not have played it the way that I did. We got double rewind here, so not much to do. I'm gonna just pass and get my Nightpack Ambusher. We're gonna be good to block on the ground. We're gonna eventually lose to the Retrofitter Foundry. And honestly, for them, having things in the air is better than 4/4s on the ground. Okay. 1, 2, 4. Block there. Oh, it's a flyer. Can't block. Alright. We might be in trouble. Opponent is showing us just how resilient you can be with 2 Retrofitter Foundries. They can just pump out a lot of blockers and then turn them into attackers, either in the air or big beaters on the ground. It's a very strong card, and at only 1 mana, it is quite a good one. They got a Lurrus coming back to do their Ornithopter things. Okay. Well, they can produce a 4/4, so kind of meh. Our Brazen Borrower can block something. Alright. They're going to make another 4/4. You got it. Alright, so now I do want to Borrower. But I also want to counter their Lurrus. Sure. I will not bounce until they go to combat. Do they still attack? I will once again make this block. They seem to always kill the wolf first. I don't know why. Because if they kill the Night Pack Ambusher, the wolf gets smaller. It's like, what? Okay, so now I just borrow. Are they able to produce a 1 toughness blocker? Yes, they can. They just have enough mana to do it. That means I cannot attack. I gotta pass. Alright, we're gonna just keep cranking out these wolves until we either win or lose the game. Another servo from my opponent. We are just hanging on by a thread here. I've got Rewind for Luris, and then whatever else kind of shenanigans they're gonna do. I'm like happy to make this trade as long as they want me to. They're like not making any progress in killing me, they're just getting more and more immortal. Alright, so there's the Rewind. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wow, we are getting unlucky here. They are not able to produce... Oh, wait, no, they can produce a 1-mana blocker. So annoying. Alright, we're going to keep playing this song and dance. Hopefully it's going to get a little quicker as things go on. Cool thing is we're not super dead. This 4-4 killing my 3-3 and damaging my other 3-3 song and dance is getting kind of annoying, but it is what it is. If I can find another Night Pack Ambusher, then I start to pull away. But if they can find more mana, then they can start to pull away too. Well, I'm not doing anything on my turn. They didn't attack this time. Surprising. Alright, so they're going to just try to make a large flying board. That is the thing that would have killed me at any time. Or like that would have probably killed me by now if they had just focused on doing that. I mean, it's kind of my opponent's choice to make this game go as long as it has. Alright. They're going to allow me to growth spiral. I get my land. Alright, please tell me I'm going to have something useful to play. Fragment Reality. Yeah, I mean, Retrofitter Foundry is kind of good. That's going to give them an Ornithopter, but that's sure something. I can even get rid of the Shadow Sphere. Getting rid of the Shadow Sphere actually is better. But Retrofitter Foundry is also like a thing that if they realize it can kill me, then they'll just do that. Right now, they already have so much life that I'm going to have to just be really far ahead. So, regardless, we're not doing anything on my turn. We're just going to accumulate the wolf pack. Pass turn. Now that I've triggered this, I'm fine to just kill the Retrofitter Foundry. This means the way that I'm doing this now means that they're not going to be able to turn their... What am I supposed to... Oh, I can rewind my own spell. Yeah, no thank you. Cool, so we're going to do this. They're going to get a 0 mana thingy. Ornithopter. Okay, so they can't turn the Ornithopter into a 4-4 yet. Oh, they can. Okay. Well, darn. The important thing is they're making a bunch of 4-4s, but not 1-1 flyers, which are the real threat here. Like, I cannot believe they've given me like 5 or 6 turns extra. Come on. Oh yeah, they can just naturally do a Colossus Hammer. That is obscene. Okay, so I am going to kill, block, go to 1. Okay, they might just kill me anyway. Oh my gosh. What absolutely terrible draws I've had. That is a big trampler, and we are dead. Unfortunate. I mean, staying alive involves me doing something like this, and I think I'm still dead. By 1 point, too. Well, we were close. I think we should have been dead a lot earlier than that, though. Oh, well. That was our round 3. We got 2 more to go. Let's finish strong here. All right, round 4. Mana Tithe, Fateful Absence, and Brazen Borrower. We'll keep it. Go to Tithe turn 1. We will hold that up. We will continue to hold it up. Okay. Well, we can counter that. So this is mill. Enters tapped. Fabled Passage fetches green. They're gonna get to investigate. Boo. Oh, will they counter this? Alright, well, I'm glad they're spending their mana and doing that instead of making me mill. Gonna fetch green off the rip. So they're probably holding it Drown in the Lock now. Put a Fabled Passage out. Fetch blue. And then make disappear them unless they have the Drown in the Lock. Just make them slowly use those counter spells on me. This is kind of a good bait into having them use one of their spells. They should let me counter this. Glad they decided to spend that. That's one more Drown in the Lock that will not hit my Nightbook Ambusher, which I did not mill. Surprise! Oh, I milled one of them. Okay. Oh boy. Story of my life. Just brazen bar, or just like land. We're gonna bounce whatever they play and then deploy the borrower. All right. Oh, how many ambushers was that? Was that 2? Oh crap. Okay, I only got 1 more of these. Well, we gotta start putting on the damage here, so it's gonna be borrower. Can they kill it? Fatal Push? No, Fatal Push is 3 CMC. Or 2 CMC, sorry. Make disappear. Really not what I wanted to see. If it's a really bad spell, I can make disappear sacking the borrower. Do I even need to have more land? Probably not. Hold like I have 2 cards in hand, maybe a counter spell. Maybe a better counter spell than make disappear. This looks like it's just all spells, so maybe Brazen Borrower can go the distance. We only saw Ruin Crab. Mesmeric Orb? You got it, bro. I'm not going to cast anything else this game. Spell Queller, that's a good card. Spell Queller is worth milling a few cards. So, Spell Queller is... Casting Spell Queller is worth milling 3. So if they cast anything that mills me for more than 3, I'm down to just Spell Quell it. Tasha's? Sure. And do they kill Spell Queller? We have a 3-turn clock still. They're gonna kill it? What are they gonna kill? They might have a Drown in the Loch. We go down to 19 cards. Of course it's a Fabled Passage. I'm not sure I even want to crack that thing. Well, they didn't have Drown in the Loch, otherwise they would have killed something. Okay, they do run Fatal Push, and yeah, so this is entirely spell-based stuff. 18 cards. It's gonna be close. They're shuffling. They want to mill more. Okay, wow, they milled the Drown in the Loch. I'm happy to see that. So that is 1 Drown. Ooh, a Fatal Push, okay. So 2 Drowns. 2 Drowns so far. So Spell Queller doesn't matter what happens. So they're gonna be able to Tasha's me. Is this without paying its mana cost? Crap. Well, that sucks. I should have make disappeared casting Spell Queller, because that means that they won't be able to use whatever they have. This is actually not the worst, because as long as I have still cards left in my library, please. 7 cards left. Oh, this is going to be tough. Ritual of Soot. Alright. How close is this going to be? 7 cards. We're going to go down to 4. It all comes down to the top deck. It all comes down to the top deck. I can't even cast the Wandering Emperor. What's my opponent gonna have? Resolve all, please. Big land. Come on. They're passing. Oh, do they have it? I hope they have a Fatal Push in hand. It might be Fatal Push. We have Tithe. Well, it's 1 card left in hand. We are going in. What is it? Oh, it's an Otawara. Wow. That's pretty gnarly. What a draw. So they drew a land, but it was the right one. What a great game for our opponent. We will just go ahead and move to our turn. They just get to pass back and we're done. Alright, we'll just go ahead and concede here. Good game to our opponent. They played so well. It was very, very close. I was so excited. That came down to the very last draw. What an exciting game. All right, that was our round 4. We got a final game coming up here. Let's try to win it. All right, the last game of the day is coming up. We have double make disappear, Brazen Borrower, and Emperor. I think I'm actually okay to keep this. And I am about to eat those words because we are going to get absolutely rolled this game. I am predicting a, whatever the +1/+1, add a bunch of mana. Oh, it's just Tyvar. I'll take Tyvar. I was expecting elves. This looks like different take on elves. I have to shock this in order to get make disappear online. They can make up to 4 mana here. Lazatep Reaver? Am I okay with them having that? No. Whoops. Make disappear. Without casualty. Alright. So they're going to start to Tyvar their Elvish Mystic. Or they'll play something. Oh, okay. That makes more sense. So they're going to get the Reaver anyway. Oh, wait, no. That's a Fiend Artisan. Oh, this is a Fiend Artisan deck? Well, Fiend Artisan needs to die. We found a way to kill it. Yeah, I probably don't want them to have access to that thing. Alright. So, this is indeed a spellbox type of, or not a spellbox, a toolbox kind of deck. Eldritch Evolution, what are they going to, okay, so they're going to be, what kind of CMCs do I see? I see 1, and I see 2, and I guess I also do see 0. Okay, Yawgmoth deck, loud and clear. This just got so much more difficult.
There's that second wind.
I can Borrower Yawgmoth and then make disappear him when he comes back. If they float mana just right, they can pay for make disappear. Crap, they can still do it. Do I just bounce him again? Am I that crazy? I have double white, double green, double blue. I'll just get more blue. That's generally what I want. Oh, what's the move? Do I just tempo them again with Brazen Borrower? This time, if I draw a land, I can then Spell Quell Yawgmoth. See how they activate Tyvar. Yep, okay, they're gonna bring some more stuff back. It's gonna be another Fiend Artisan. Oh, Tyvar is gonna be really annoying. Oh, it's Reaver. They might have Eldritch Evolution in hand then. I will save and make disappear for Eldritch then. It will be too high CMC on the stack for Spell Queller to interact with it. Unless they're looking for a 1-drop, which I doubt they're doing. Oh boy. I am thinking here, do I want to Borrower Thrawn, Mr. Yawgmoth? I guess I'm going to leave him on the battlefield for now. If I find a land, things open up. If I find a untapped land, things would have opened up. Things are still somewhat closed. They're holding priority probably because of Yawgmoth. If they attack with him, I Wandering Emperor him. We'd really like to have that Night Pack Ambusher. If I could just have that, that would be so cool. Oh, and I just realized this is game 5. Alright, well, let's try our best to win this. Looking a little tough here, but there's a chance that we can find it out. Opponent has 3 cards in hand, 2 cards in hand. No land that can animate, which is at least a silver lining here. Borrower can't block anything. Okay, so I will Emperor, hold priority just in case it matters. We are going to make a Samurai.
I'm home. Keep watch for intruders.
I'm going to kill the Mystic for now, take them off their mana. They're going to be able to give it a -1/-1 counter with Yawgmoth. Okay. And then they probably just do it with Mystic, right? Okay. So now that I have my mana, I can move a Yawgmoth out of the way. And he is seeming like... It seems like he's the draw engine for this deck. So we're going to try to turn that off. I don't really know what the Fiend Artisan thing is. Maybe it's just to find Yawgmoth. Yeah, that actually does seem like what it is. So, Reaver to make some bodies. Okay, I kind of understand how this deck works now. So, Reaver is their 2/4. I don't get... And then, yeah, they have Undying things to be used with Yawgmoth. Okay. Well, this is kind of a cool deck. I'm going to have to add it to my list of things to play. Okay.
We can do this all day.
Go to my turn, so we're going to make another 2/2. That was a mistake because Yawgmoth's just going to kill it.
Guards, to me.
Let's go ahead and borrow him now. So that was a miss sequence. I should have borrowed first, then made my Wanderer play. Whoops. Oh. Well, they don't decide to kill my 2/2. I am very grateful for that, and we are going to be spell quelling a Yawgmoth presently. Alright. Now we have an attacker that can take out Tyvar. Okay, so that was a huge stabilizing play. Eldritch, and now they're going to find another. My gosh. They are redundant. Well, now I'm down to just kill Spell Queller, or have them kill Spell Queller. Wait, they're actually going to kill it? They're going to Legend Rule their Yawgmoth. Why? Oh, maybe they're getting it down to 1 so that they can have a new Yawgmoth whenever they want. Yeah, because this is just a draw engine for them. Ah, this is smart. This is very smart. So they don't care. They don't care about having a creature that can come back with a +1/+1 counter on it. They just care about being able to use these creatures. Oh wait, no, it does come back with a +1/+1. Yeah. So this is a loop. So they can draw it to their heart's content here. And they'll just have to find a way to kill me. Whether that is with Bolas's Citadel or something similar. Alright. So now I both understand what their deck is doing and the danger that I am currently facing. This is kind of a cool deck. I want to play it now. I just got to craft the Yawgmoths, but I think I have everything else. Beseiju, yeah, sure. Yeah, I can do this. Oh, I gotta make the Fiend Artisan, so it's gonna be kind of legendary heavy. This is still kind of worth it, though. It seems like kind of a click farm, but, you know, sometimes that's what you gotta do. So they're digging pretty hard here. They must have a combo finish. Oh, you know what this combos with? This combos with Blood Celebrant. That's what it is. Or Blood Artist. That's what it is. Anything that drains your opponent for 1. That means that you can deal as much damage to your opponent as you have cards in your library, which for them now is probably still more than 13. So my next turn basically needs to be finding removal for Yawgmoth.
Take my hand.
Are they passing? So they must have found their combo piece. This is quite a cool deck. I like it. You're going to absolutely see this Yawgmoth combo on my channel soon. I do want to cover it. I want to cover everything that's that is interesting, different, and is not like things that you've seen me play before. Opponent is taking longer to think about what they want to discard than I think they need to. Let's see what they discarded. So they have Orzhov Enforcer. Yeah, I mean, it's like kind of a cheap deck except for the Yawgmoth and Fiend Artisan. Nightpack Ambusher, that's sure something that I could play, but it's coming a little late. So I need to find a way to deal with the Yawgmoth. That is going to be Fateful Absence or another Wandering Emperor, which basically means that I need to Growth Spiral into an answer. Well, that was not it. Let's go ahead and Nightpack Ambusher. I mean, they can just kill it, so it's whatever. We are going to make their Spell Queller, or my Spell Queller, a little bit harder to kill.
Show them how we
Let's just go ahead and make Tyvar a little bit closer to dead. And I fully assume to be dead this turn, so let's just sit back and watch our opponent do it. Yeah, there's the Blood Artist. I knew it. And we will just let them draw us out here to finish out our little series. We've got to see some pretty good Bant Flash play happening today. Round 1 was an absolute banger. If you skip through the video and haven't seen it yet, I'd recommend you go back and see it. It was a good game. Other than that, I think this was a pretty good showcase of what it's like to play a Flash deck. I feel like generally in these games I've been pretty much sitting back, reacting to what my opponent does, and then trying to, you know, respond appropriately and respond early. I think in this game you saw me make a couple of mental errors due to not knowing what my opponent's deck was doing. But that's part of gaining your format knowledge. You gotta have these moments so that you can look back on them and be like, hey, I see black-green and I see Yawgmoth, I know it's a combo deck. Anyway, so this is kind of a cool combo. So 2 Young Wolves is enough to just completely combo out. What a cool deck. So Tyvar... So how do they find the Young Wolf? I guess they just have to draw into it, and then what are their other options? It's just a bunch of things that make other creatures, and then Elvish Mystics to go a little quicker. It's quite a cool deck. And something that is better than other ones of these combo decks that I've seen is that it's a little bit more of automatic triggers instead of having to click manually on everything. They're going to make a bunch of Llanowar Elves. Wow. They had a lot of 1-drops in hand. Oh yeah, also Tyvar making their Llanowar Elves be able to trigger early is kind of cool. Do they have a way to kill me that is not just Yogg draining me? Okay, they're going to try to clean up my board. I think I'm going to be dead before they can fully clean up my board, though. It is the correct way to do it, in my opinion. They can loop Young Wolves as much as they want, but if I have some way to disrupt them, then and like make them pass the turn, then I would want to make sure that it'll work. Okay, so they sack something looking for a 3-drop. A Patra. Oh, very cool. So, oh, and she just makes snakes. That's so cool. Oh, wait. What did they sack? Did they sack a 0-drop? Is Eldritch Evolution is X or less, right? No, it's X is 2 plus the sacrifice creature's mana value. So they must have sacked a 0-drop. I think I must have missed that. Yeah, so they get to go wide here, and we are just going to wait a little bit longer. I don't know. I think I'm just going to do my outro now. Thank you guys for watching the video. Hope you enjoyed. This was a pretty fun deck, all things considered, as we sit here getting comboed out by Yawgmoth. If you enjoyed, drop a like. If you want to see more videos like this one, check out the channel. We have more Simic Flash, and we post videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So, hope you enjoyed the deck tech, and I will see you guys in the next one. As soon as my opponent hits the button, I will be dead. And, oh, they're deciding to kill more of my things. Okay, now I'm dead. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a good one.